Hello, my name is Andy and I am the Village Idiot. I'm armed with a car and a GoPro and an unhealthy amount of time on my hands. I'm using that time to attempt to visit every civil parish in England. You're watching the South Derbyshire series, a district of Derbyshire which stretches from Leicestershire to Staffordshire, containing 50 civil parishes. Here's one of them for you. Welcome back to South Derbyshire again, folks. Now, if you want quiet and out of the way, I suggest coming to this place. This is very small, this one, and it doesn't have a lot of note. There's one big feature, though, which we have seen before elsewhere, up in the East Riding of Yorkshire. There's one here in Derbyshire too. We'll get to that later, but first, let's cover the village itself. It's one long road, which really only has one landmark on it, and that's a care home. Welcome to Ash. Here's my disclaimer for people who may be watching me for the first time. I say things as I would in my native accent and dialect. As a result, I may not pronounce things in the same way as the locals do. Remember, I'm a visitor. It's impossible to know everything. Leave me a comment, spin me a like, and bash that subscribe button. Let's get to today's parish video. Ash tree. As we've been moving through these smaller South Derbyshire locales, we've been treated to quite a few peaceful spots, haven't we? Well, this one tops the lot, owing to one particular attraction within its boundaries. Welcome to Ash, which is often spelt two ways. It just depends whether your personal preference is with or without an E on the end. The official parish name does not use the E, and the last official documentation of the place that did use the E was in 1646. One of the tiniest places in all of Derbyshire, Ash Parish consists of scattered and isolated hamlets and farms, and only really has one main area of habitation, a dead-end lane between Sutton on the Hill and the A516. You really can't term this one a village. That said, people do come to Ash mainly for two reasons. First of all, the settlement contains a care home, Ashefields, which is probably up there with the most well out of the way establishments of its kind. The other reason people come here is to visit Ash Hall. That's a grand mansion, which has been turned into the Tara Buddhist Centre, very similar to the one we met in Nunburnholme in the East Riding series. You may recall in that episode we didn't walk around the grounds. Not this time. Here we're going to make up for that. Let's get moving once again. So this is Ash Village, and to say it's small is putting it mildly. Whilst the parish does include some scattered and isolated dwellings, most of Ash is on this one lane. It only really has one feature, this care home. This is Ashefields, and note how the E is used in its name. Ashefields caters for people with dementia primarily, who are aged 65 and over. The home accommodates 20 people in 20 single rooms, although anyone wishing to stay overnight can usually be catered for too. And that's really all there is to talk about along this lane, barring a few houses and a farm at the end. It's minuscule. So aside from the care home, what few houses there are here are all set back off this lane, and you can't really see them. And there's not really much point trying to see any of them really, because you know they're just going to be residences and not really of any interest. And we've captured virtually the entire village in the drive-in. That 1 minute and 20 at the beginning of every episode. In this one, just runs down to that farm at the end, and that's basically it. That's Ash Village. Not much to it, is there? I would say there's about, I don't know, 10, 12 houses here. Certainly not very many. However, Ashe Parish does have one thing of great interest that's also within its boundaries. Now, to get to it, I've got to take a diversion because there's a closed road literally right at the end of this lane. If you try and turn left at the moment, you can't because for some reason the road is shut. However, if you turn right, you can still get to what we are heading for. Now, you might remember in the East Riding of Yorkshire series a long time ago, we went to a place called Nunburnholme and we visited a Buddhist I'm not sure what it is, like a Buddhist retreat centre or whatever it was. There's one of those here too in Derbyshire. Let's go and find it. This is the entrance drive to the Tara International Kadampa Retreat Centre, or the Tara IKRC for short. This is the biggest feature of all in Ashe. Founded in 1984 by Venerable Geshe Kelsang Gyatso, the centre is set in the beautiful environment of Ashe Hall and its 38 acres of mature parkland. Although we've seen a place similar to this before at Nunburnholme, the Tara IKRC is the major UK centre for modern Buddhism. It offers a year-round programme of residential and non-residential courses and events. It's open to all. The centre caters for every level of experience, from basic meditation classes to in-depth courses and retreats. Tara is known and loved by the many people who visit each year, not just from the Midlands, but across the world. The centre hosts the annual UK Dharma Celebration, the largest Kadampa Buddhist event in the UK next to the international festivals. This place is open 6 days a week, has a busy World Peace Cafe and a book and a gift shop. The centre is based in Ashe Hall, which of course hasn't always been Buddhist. Ashe Hall was completed in 1869 and was where the Buxton family, who we mentioned last week in Sutton, lived. Following a period as a boarding school for boys from 1920 until 1939, the hall was used as a World War II Red Cross auxiliary hospital. It was then acquired in 1945 by Derby Borough Council for adaptation into a special school for what they termed delicate children of both sexes, aged between 5 and 16. After extensive alterations and repairs, the school opened in 1951. I would imagine that's how many of my older viewers will remember Ashe Hall. As a school, it passed into the control of the Derbyshire Local Education Authority following the local government reorganisation in 1974, but remained a school until 1996. That's when the Tara Buddhist Centre swooped in, capturing this awesome old building and its grounds and turning it into the peaceful haven it's become today. The walk we've just done was through part of the grounds. It's brought us to the Barleyfields Equestrian Centre next door. As landmarks go, that's it for Ashe, really. Now, if you walk much further here, you're onto the A516, which is that busy road you can see over there. What I find quite amazing is that, you know, a very busy stretch of road is right next to this peaceful haven, this Buddhist haven, and you don't even realise it. When you're walking through that park or you're at Ashe Hall there, you can't hear the road at all. It's so different. Once you get out onto this road, it's a different story altogether. And this is our ticket back to the start, basically. I'm just going to walk up here, back to the entrance, and of course you've seen me drive into the place, so you know what's up here already, and that's really Ashe. There's nothing much more to the place, but it's still well worth coming to, especially if you want a little bit of peace and quiet in an area that's already peaceful and quiet anyway. Now, I'm not religious and you might not be either. Even so, with this place being open to all, it's well worth coming to have a look, even if just for the cafe. You don't have to be a devout Buddhist. Ashe was a real eye-opener of a place to visit, so next time you're passing, call in and have a look yourself. I'll see you next week, people. Thanks for watching this video, folks. Don't forget to like this episode if you haven't already. It really makes a difference with YouTube. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and give us a share too if you've got friends who'd like it. You can find all the links to my social media accounts below, as well as my Buy Me a Coffee page where you can donate to the channel. Also, if you've enjoyed this episode, have a look at some more videos in this series. Until next time, I've been Andy, also known as the Village Idiot, and I'm out.